mind, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in week 16. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Real quick, man.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Play action. Now Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Allen, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them. We saw these defenders fly into the football the win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. 2nd and 6. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. Doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. He's certainly not the guy that drops some football.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have a Ravens 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Jackson will throw again. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Barnett came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches have to be able to almost every single ball game. Get a hand out every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knock-aways. Pitch it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but other than that, they did a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house. So they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he'll be brought down just shy of 40.
Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. The Chiefs at 13-1 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Mahomes now to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. Just a gain of a couple. And that's going to set up to the 3rd and 9. I think defensively, they'll play with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they'll move on to him.
That's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Now Jackson on 1st down. That's going to be a loss of 15 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection. Nice
with those faster paces and going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback with the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 46 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense trying to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 14-0. this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. Looking left side. Andrews with it complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Hands it off out of the gun. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Jackson now. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quan Alexander.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Drake London, 71 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jackson on 1st down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Josh Allen. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
It's not worried about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now is the punter, Jordan Stout. Take it at the 37. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. to the ground. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches. A really close eye now because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. This offense number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got them another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. On play action, it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there, still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll go down at the 28. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 26 yards. And the Chiefs have taken a 5-touchdown lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Jackson to Bateman there, first down Ravens. Now, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Roger's numbers would be larger, but remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy, and back then you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Jackson to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Again, Jackson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, they've certainly played up to the top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The Ravens send their punt around now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
One quarter remains here in Week 16. We're back now in KC.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Josh Allen getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The Ravens send their punt around now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down. Play action. Now Jackson. His throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another part of this game. The picture of this game overall has been a blowout. It's been continuing to fuel big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Jackson. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On third down, Jackson. Complete to Likely. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on first and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Chiefs are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this